In a small village, right next to a big forest, lived a curious and brave 10-year-old boy named F. Everyone in the village was afraid of one place, the Whispering Forest. No one really knew why it was called that, but at night, strange whispers came from the trees, and nobody dared to go near. But F was different. He loved adventures. One day, his grandfather told him, "F, never go into that forest. Years ago, a child disappeared there. No one ever saw him again." But F wanted to find out what the whispers were. One morning, he packed his backpack, flashlight, water, cookies, a notebook, and most importantly, his courage. He entered the forest. As soon as he stepped in, there was a strange silence. Even the birds had stopped singing. The leaves on the trees were moving, even though there was no wind, like something invisible was touching them. Then he heard the first whisper, "He's here. Someone's here again." F felt a chill but kept walking. Suddenly, he saw an old wooden cabin in the middle of the forest. The door was slightly open. He walked toward it. Inside, everything was dusty old toys on the floor, torn books, and a photo of a child on the wall. On the back of the photo, it said, "Find me. I'm in the heart of the forest." F didn't know what to do, but he couldn't turn back now. He had to find out who that child was. As he went deeper into the forest, the whispers grew louder. Now they sounded almost like voices. "He's not alone? Someone is watching?" Suddenly, something moved between the trees, a shadow. F pointed his flashlight, but saw nothing except small footprints in the muddy ground. Child-sized footprints. He followed them. They led to a huge old tree. On the trunk, there was a shape that looked like a door. When he pointed his flashlight at it, the door slowly opened by itself. F held his breath and stepped inside. Inside was a strange room. The walls looked like they were alive, slowly moving. In the center stood a table. On the table was a letter. "My name is Mert. This forest swallowed me. But I didn't disappear. I became a voice. If you're reading this, please carry my voice to the world. Tell my family I'm still here." F grabbed the letter. Just as he was about to leave, the whispers started again. But this time, they weren't scary. They sounded grateful. "Thank you. We are free now." When F stepped out of the forest, it was already morning. He ran back to the village with the letter. Mert's family still lived there. He gave them the letter. They cried, but also smiled. They were finally at peace. Since that day, the Whispering Forest has been silent. But sometimes at night, F still hears faint whispers in his room. "Thank you, brave child." After F returned from the Whispering Forest, things seemed normal again in the village. The whispers had stopped. The air felt lighter. Even the animals returned to the edge of the trees. But F couldn't stop thinking about the letter and about Mert. 1 week later, while sitting in his room, F noticed something strange in his notebook. A page he hadn't written on before now had writing on it. It said, "You freed me, but not all are free." F blinked. The words slowly faded. He ran to his grandfather and asked, "Were there other children who went missing in the forest?" His grandfather looked shocked. I didn't want to scare you, but yes, many, a long time ago. We thought it was just old stories." F knew he had to go back. That night, under the full moon, Ife returned to the forest. It was still quiet, but this time, it felt too quiet, like something was watching him again. As he reached the old tree where he found Mert's letter, the door on its trunk was gone. In its place, there was now a stone circle with a glowing symbol in the center. When F stepped into the circle, everything around him shimmered, and then, suddenly, he was somewhere else. Not quite the forest anymore. This place looked like a forgotten village. Broken houses, Upside-down trees, clocks that ticked backward. Shadows moved, but didn't make a sound. A voice echoed, not whispered, but clear. You entered the Echo Realm, the place between voices, the place with a forgotten stay. A small figure stepped out from behind a twisted tree. It was a girl about F's age, with pale skin and glowing eyes. I'm Elif, she said. I got lost here long before Mert. We're stuck, trapped by the Keeper of Echoes. He feeds on our voices and our memories. Can I help you escape? F asked. You'll have to face him, Elif said. But he's not a monster you fight with swords. He steals your voice, your thoughts, your fear. If you show fear, you'll never leave. Suddenly, the sky turned dark. Wind howled. From the ground, a tall shadow rose, wearing a mask made of broken mirrors. It had no face-only reflections of F's own scared expression. It was the Keeper of Echoes. The shadow whispered not words, but memories. F heard his mother calling him for dinner. His first day of school, his worst nightmare, his happiest birthday. The Keeper was trying to confuse him, to break him. F closed his eyes. He focused on one thing, Mert's letter. Tell my family, I'm still here. He remembered the look on Mert's mother's face. The relief, the peace. I'm not afraid, F whispered. The Keeper paused. The mirrors on its face cracked, then shattered. Tell my family, I'm still here. He remembered the look on Mert's mother's face, the relief, the peace. I'm not afraid, F whispered. The Keeper paused. The mirrors on its face cracked, then shattered. With a loud roar, the shadow exploded into mist. The sky turned blue. The broken village faded. F opened his eyes. He was back in the real forest. But something had changed. Around him were children, dozens of them, transparent, glowing faintly, smiling. Elif stepped forward. You did it. You remembered us. That's all we needed. One by one, the spirits of the lost children disappeared into the wind, free at last. F walked back home with the sunrise behind him. That night, he didn't hear whispers. He heard something else. Laughter.